Apple unveiled the Series 6 watch yesterday. It is essentially the same design as the Series 5 and represents an incremental upgrade at best. My name is Ashish, and in this video, let's find out if it's worth upgrading to the Series 6 if you're coming from one of the older Apple watches. Let's start with the internals. The Apple Watch Series 6 comes with an S6 processor based on the current gen iPhone 11's A13 chip. This represents a two-generational leap in processor technology, seeing that last year's Apple Watch Series 5 used architecturally the same processor as its predecessor, with a few tweaks. The Series 6 also comes with the U1 chip for the first time, which will unlock many future possibilities in terms of the watch's situational awareness, apart from the existing benefits it offers to features like AirDrop, meaning the watch will be able to pinpoint and connect to other NFC devices much easier and more accurately. The headline feature that has been added to this year's Apple Watch is the blood oxygen level monitoring, made possible by the use of a new sensor consisting of LED clusters and photodiodes. This is an important health metric that helps understand your overall wellness by indicating the percentage of oxygen your red blood cells are carrying from the lungs to the rest of your body. Normally, you would need a device called a pulse oximeter to check this metric, but now just by wearing the Apple Watch Series 6, you are able to get an idea and be warned if the oxygen levels fall too low. The possibility that this watch could in the future give you an early warning about COVID-19 symptoms is really exciting and is a testament to its health-focused credentials. Technologically, besides the aforesaid items, the Series 6 comes with a display that's 2.5 times brighter than the Series 5, and the altimeter is always on. Certainly welcome upgrades, but not something that redefines the segment. A sad omission is the 5-watt charger from the package that will now need to be purchased separately. In terms of its looks, you get blue and product red as new colors in the aluminum version, and the stainless steel models get additional graphite and new yellow gold colors. There's also a couple of solo loop design band variations. That means no clasp and just a single silicone band or a yarn band depending on which you choose. This does mean that you will have to measure your wrist and order the one corresponding to your wrist size. Handily, Apple does give you a printable tool to measure your wrist, besides directions to use a measuring tape or other household objects for the same purpose. Now, with that out of the way, the rest of the features and software is shared with Apple's older watches. So you can still take an ECG by holding your finger on the crown. The new sleep app will track your sleep trends just like they will on the older watches after they upgrade to watchOS 7. All watches will get a ton of new faces, and the new family setup feature will let you pair watches for children and other family members even when they don't have an iPhone. Now, an important point here is that Apple India's website omits this feature, suggesting to me that this may not be available in India. But for regions that do get this, it's undoubtedly useful. watchOS 7 brings a lot of nice new features, but this will be available to the older Apple watches as well, so cannot be used as a differentiator between them, except perhaps better performance longer term with the new Series 6 watch. So without getting too lost in the long list of feel-good features, should you upgrade from an older Apple Watch? First up, the Series 5. Here, the upgrades on offer will be the least, and if you don't care about or need the blood oxygen sensor, the simple answer is skip the Series 6. The upgrades on offer, whilst nice to have, will not significantly improve your watch experience. Plus, you will benefit from having the option to upgrade to the next year's watch and future innovations. Now let's simplify the answer about the rest of the range. You will see a significant improvement in your daily experience if you upgrade from the Apple Watch 4 or older. You will go from not having an always-on display to having an AOD that's second gen and much brighter. Health features unavailable previously will be at your wrist and fingertips, literally. The S6 processor will make the whole experience much faster and snappier. Basically, by skipping last year's watch, you have now accumulated enough reasons to upgrade to the Series 6 and make this switch worthwhile. A note here on the Apple Watch SE. This is essentially a stripped down Series 5 watch with an S5 chip and no ECG and blood oxygen functions. It also does not get an always on display. In my opinion, it's not worth upgrading to from the older watches, as you will only gain a few features like the always on altimeter. Even the Series 5 provided a better upgrade from the older watches than the SE, as it included features that have been deleted from the SE for product differentiation. If you're buying an Apple Watch for the first time, that's another story altogether, and then it may be worth considering all of Apple's current lineup of watches based on your personal use case scenario, but that's a topic for another video. Let's talk prices. In India, the new Series 6 Apple Watch starts at 40,900 rupees for the 40mm GPS model and 49,900 for the GPS Plus cellular version. 44mm sizes add about 3,000 rupees to the asking prices of the corresponding 40mm watches, and stainless steel versions add another 16 to 17,000 to the prices of the respective aluminum cellular watches. But you already know if you want one of those, and they are rupee for rupee, much less about value and more about exclusivity and luxury. In terms of how they compare to the US prices, the 40mm GPS version sells in the US for a tax-inclusive price of $429, and the cellular version of the 44mm costs $569. So from the cheapest to the most expensive aluminum watches, the premium being asked for in India is around $126 or rupees 9,300 for the smaller GPS watch, and $108 or 8,000 for the bigger GPS Plus cellular version. The gulf with the Apple Watch is clearly not as wide as with some other Apple products, but the pricing is essentially the same as last year. So there you have it. Hopefully this video helped you to decide whether to upgrade to the new Series 6 Apple Watch or hold on to your existing one. If you like this content and would like to see more such videos, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching and see you in my next one.